Let's talk about WhatsApp. Holy WhatsApp, Will.
Yeah.
It's out of control, really. We had 2 stories on a recent episode, one of which was talking about how the stuff was leaking onto the Google search, and then one of which was talking about whether or not people were sticking around or if people were leaving. And I've been really curious to know about people leaving. I've even asked the audience, like, are you leaving? Have you left? What's your plan? And what is that number? Like, just try to get a rough idea. I think it's significant, and I'll tell you why. Because the damage control is now in full effect. And WhatsApp and Facebook is actually responding, saying, please don't go.
Well, are they gonna?
It sounds like a soul song, like a Motown. Please, please don't go.
Start doing a
Yeah,
little
please, or the blues
shimmy.
or something. Yeah, please don't go.
Yeah.
Please don't go. Anyway, people are going, obviously, because you wouldn't ask them to please not go if they weren't going. So they issued new information clarifying those privacy policy changes. At first they said, it's just for the way you interact with businesses on the platform. And people were like, no. I read the fine print.
Yeah.
And people did read the fine print. So WhatsApp went to Twitter to address the rumors. Funny is that? To be 100% clear, here's the quote. We want to be clear that the policy update does not affect the privacy of your messages with friends or family in any way. Instead, this update includes changes related to messaging a business on WhatsApp, which is optional and provides further transparency about how we collect and use data. All right, that's the message. But people are not necessarily satisfied with it. Actually, they even put an infograph, Will. You're in full damage control when you put together the infograph.
Yeah.
I feel bad for whoever had to do that. You know how I said those concepts are fun things to work on? There is nothing fun about making this infograph. Someone busts into your office, they're like, damage control.
Yeah.
Quick, infograph, go into action. And you're like,
I wish I was on the Razer team making concepts.
Exactly. You start sending a resume over to Razer if you get tasked with this. So they put this infograph. WhatsApp cannot see your private messages or hear your calls, and neither can Facebook. WhatsApp does not keep logs of who everyone is messaging or calling. No, we wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
WhatsApp cannot see your shared location, and neither can Facebook. WhatsApp groups remain private. You can set your messages to disappear, and you can download your data. We're WhatsApp. We're friendly. Remember the good old days?
Now it sounds like a real musical.
Anyway, people went in there and they said, no, WhatsApp, you can say whatever you want in your tweet, but your actual terms say otherwise. And so we're not going to fall for it. And listen to this, quoted from the terms. WhatsApp currently shares certain categories of information with Facebook companies. The information we share, this is in the terms, okay? This is not
Look
a tweet.
how long this is.
It's unbelievable.
That little cursor, the scroll bar is like this tiny little
Terms
thing.
of service, man.
Oh.
So this is from their terms. The information we share with the other Facebook companies includes your account registration information, such as your phone number, transaction data, service-related information on how you interact with others, including businesses when using our services, mobile device information, your IP address, and may include other information identified in the privacy policy section entitled Information We Collect or obtained upon notice to you or based on your consent. So inside of their own terms, it says including businesses. It doesn't say just businesses. It says information on how you interact with others, including businesses. So it's both others and businesses. So until that terminology changes inside the terms of service, people are going to look at it and say, well, you can kind of tweet whatever you want, but that's not what the terms are enabling you to do. You would have to actually change your activity and approach here for anyone to believe what you're tweeting. Because the whole reason for the uproar was in the terms of service. That's what would have to be modified. So anyway, the fact that they're putting that out there tells you that they are in some form of damage control, but also that they're not at the point where they're yet willing to modify those terms of service completely. Instead, it's just a few tweets for the time being.